Yeah.
And welcome to Ply Podcast, episode 19. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Angie.
I'm Irene.
And I'm Joyce.
And we're glad to be back with you. We have lots to get to today, so we're going to start off right away. We're going to announce the winner of our Yarn for Change giveaway. And that is...
So cute.
Shirley Knits 123. So Shirley Knits 123 is the winner of the Yarn for Change giveaway that we had.
Lucky Shirley.
So,
you've got to email us your contact information. I'll get this out to you right away.
Congratulations,
Shirley.
Congratulations.
We love winners.
Winner, chicken dinner. Okay.
I wanted to do a shout out to James. Speaking of giveaways, we had that felted bag.
Back in the fall.
I sent out her winning little packet. And the U.S. Postal Service had it wandering around for a couple months. She finally got it and let us know. So thank you, Jane. And anyone, whoever wins anything that we're giving away, eventually you will get it.
Yeah.
We'll make sure of that.
Even if the postman takes everywhere.
U.S. Post Office does eventually come through.
All right. So we're going to talk about something today, something a friend of ours has come up with. And they are called yarn socks. Let's see, this is them.
How cute it is.
Yeah.
And they are by a friend of ours, Denise. Molly Bing is the name of her company. And she has just put these out on the market. They are lightweight, and you can open both ends of them. As Joyce can show you, you can open both ends.
Yeah, they're open on both ends. So if you're doing color work or, I don't know what else you want to call it, but you can carry the yarn through,
or if you're doing
both sides. Yeah, two colors.
If you're using
So
two
cute.
at a time, holding two strands together at a time.
And it's nice and it's elastic.
So yeah, as your cake of yarn diminishes because you're using it up, it just hugs it.
Just hugs it a little bit more.
It's very cozy.
Very cute.
And we're going to have all of the information on where to purchase those in our show notes. They are made in the United States, so we're always proud to promote that.
And we've known Denise for a while. She comes to the shop where we knit over at
just
Elgin
lovely.
Knitwear.
Yeah,
She is
very
really,
sweet.
really a lovely girl, and she's come up with a really, really cute idea.
And they come in different colors, so and there's two per
Yeah, we've got
package.
the gray.
Actually, you know what? Let me show her
Yeah,
business card here.
That's a great idea.
That's got all the
And
colors.
it has a few of her colors on there.
So they come in different colors, and there are two per package.
Can you see that?
There
it's
it
pretty
is.
good.
Good. That's
And we'll
perfect.
get a shot of the back. Yarn sock with 2X.
Did you mention her website?
Her website.
Yeah, her website is www.yarnsockssoxx.com. So you can contact her, and we'll put all the rest of the contact information in our show notes.
Congratulations, Denise. It's a great
Yay,
product.
good luck to you.
All right.
I like those. Very nice.
They're
Very
cute.
cool.
Very cute.
I like that you could knit two strands at a time, one from each end.
Yeah, I agree.
Then it doesn't get tangled up, how
I
we
wouldn't have
did it.
even thought of that. Yeah, good idea.
Okay.
Oh.
Irene has something to show us.
I wanted to continue the discussion about organizing needles. It was something, Angie, you mentioned on the last podcast that you had something with clothespins.
Yep,
that
little,
you hung
little
up.
tiny clothespins.
So I went on Etsy and I found this little product here,
So
and it is
cute.
a hanging
Really, really cute.
needle
Get that up
organizer.
closer, yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm getting blown out, but it has various slots for your needles, and these are fixed circulars that I'm putting in there. And my thought was that I knit so many socks that I just want to grab the needles and go, and this definitely fills the bill for me.
It's got a little pocket on the back.
Yeah.
Show the
Oh yes,
so
that's
cute.
very nice.
So
too.
if you had you could put a
you
needle
see
sizer in there, so if you weren't really
right,
sure.
right, or anything, yeah.
Very cute.
And this is by Buttermilk Cottage, Susan McClaskey. Now, I got this off of Etsy, but it seems that her business card indicated that she has a website, buttermilkcottage.com. I actually went to the website. It has a lot of cute things on there that are like great for knitters.
All right, so I'm going to look
Yeah.
right now. No, I can't do that.
No, we've got a podcast to do, but bags, different things.
Always
Everybody should go look.
Yeah, always like to
I
shop.
have it now.
Yeah, shop. Okay, so,
There was one thing from the last podcast that I wanted to mention. I had that sock yarn that I had planned to make socks with, and it was by the Cyborg yarn or Cyborg Craft Room yarn. And come to find out, over the last 2 weeks, one of our viewers and also a group of our a member of our Ravelry group sent us a little message that said that Cyborg Craft Room Yarns is no longer available. I guess Megan Black, who was the owner of that company, passed away unexpectedly about a year and a half ago. So I think I will no longer make socks with that yarn. I really don't want it on my feet. We don't know the details of her passing. If she was a friend of yours, we're so sorry for your loss. But
Yeah.
Thank you, Bets, for sharing that information with
let
us.
us know. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I do have a
that's
few
sad.
skeins of her yarn, and
Now it's so precious.
now I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what I'll make
I don't
with
know if
them.
I would
So,
do
but
anything.
I
I
don't know.
would just want to hold it.
Yeah.
Very sad, very sad.
very
Because she was
sad.
very,
She was a
very
young
creative.
woman,
Yeah, and
too.
she was very young. She was very young.
Yeah, so sad.
So I just wanted to pass that along in case any of you also have some of that yarn. And actually, you know what? YarnCon is coming up this coming
That's
weekend,
where you got the
and
yarn?
that's where I got
Oh,
the
my
yarn. So
goodness.
I certainly was
Yeah.
expecting to see her again.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow.
anyway,
You
very
never
sad
know.
news. Sorry to bring it up, but I thought you should know.
Yeah, we need to pass that on. Okay, so we're going to move on to a little happier note. We're going to talk about what am I wearing?
What are you wearing, Angie?
I just like you.
So I love this scarf.
It's very cute.
It is called Racing Raindrops, and it's a church mouse
That was
pattern.
racing 4 raindrops. No?
Nope, just Racing Raindrops by Church Mouse. And
Well,
I don't
look
know
at
if you
that.
can tell, it's got little beads on the end. You would not have to put the beads on if you didn't want to. But it's a simple,
cute.
simple little repeat. It went really fast. This is one skein of Malabrigo sock. That's
Cute.
one skein.
One entire skein?
One entire skein. And I think I had a
So
teeny.
you just knit until you finish?
Yeah, I just had a teeny little bit left, I think. And, you'll save those little trinkets for things.
Very cute.
But I love it because of the little beads on the end, and so I've become obsessed. And so now I'm looking for more yarn in my stash to make some more. I did also purchase some silk. I'm going to try one out of silk.
Nice summer.
Yeah.
Summery.
Pretty
Scarf.
color.
I
But sometimes you just want something on your neck, just
Just something to dress
It's
up a
light.
t-shirt.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's
you're
like
right.
this is this yarn is Tahiti. Unfortunately, I don't think they distribute in the United States anymore. But you may have some in your stash, and if you do, oh no, this is Malabrigo sock. I'm sorry, Tahiti is what I think I'm going to put away for the next one. But yeah, Malabrigo sock, one skein, darling.
Very cute. Very, very cute.
Very nice. Nice color.
All right, and what
And
are you wearing, my
Speaking
dear?
of a nice color,
Yay!
I finished the cane wrap by D. O'Keefe, and this was using Madeline Tosh Vintage. It's 100% merino worsted weight in Nassau blue,
Oh my
which
gosh,
I think
it's
we all
lovely.
said was
And she
just
can't take
so
it off because we
nice.
pinned her in it.
Yeah, I'm pinned. I'm stuck.
And I
Yeah.
wish you could see this color.
Yeah, in the
It-
real
it-
life, I
it
don't know why
doesn't-
it
Yeah.
just doesn't show
If you
up.
have it at your local yarn shop, pick it
Go
up
look-
and
go
take a look
find
at
it,
It's
yeah,
fabulous.
You
it's
will
just
want
so
it.
awesome.
It is the most
Yeah.
beautiful
Oh, I love it
turquoise
so
I have
much.
ever seen.
That's what I want to make the stone point in, I think.
It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's-
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can't
it's
go
just
wrong with that
gorgeous.
color.
The
It's,
tones in it, I just can't get
Yeah.
over. How did they do this?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't care.
but I would
I would just, you know, you just
I would just
want
buy it to
some-
own it,
Okay,
or
all
I
right.
just want it in my stash. Just want to own it in my
Okay.
stash. Okay, my dear, what
Makes
are you
sense.
wearing?
I'm wearing, almost completed sweater. It's my trip sweater. At least I think that's
I think
by
this is darling.
Subi Samola.
That is
That's
so
my black and white
cute.
copy. Irene might be able to insert a color copy here.
That's
and
gorgeous.
I don't have the zipper put in because it's prom season, and the woman that would normally put my zipper in is a little overwhelmed with prom dresses in.
You
actually.
think?
One wedding gown. So,
Ooh.
and my husband said this morning, he said, "Hey, that looks like a college sweater." I'm
It
like,
does.
"Yeah,
Well,
it
yeah,
does
I think
kinda
it's
look like a
meant to.
college
The
Yeah.
back is dark. I love the fit in the back, and
It's
I
so
love the,
modern looking, though.
Yeah,
It's-
so
yeah.
cute. So, I tell you, girls, I think I'm gonna take this one to Rhinebeck.
Oh, maybe.
Right?
I need one too then.
too.
What do you think, Angie?
I think I better pick a color.
So yeah, so cute. And actually, this is one of those ones, and maybe last night I did this design because I hadn't put that on yet, and it's not perfect, but I did YouTube and it turned out okay.
No, it's
But
really
I would love to
nice.
have another one. In
I would not
more,
be able to do that.
like fallish kind of colors,
Like gray?
No. I think I have to steer away from gray, but maybe something a little brighter or something a little autumnal. But yeah, I love it. I absolutely
Yeah.
love it.
It's very pretty.
Yeah,
Very pretty.
thanks. It's very
Yes.
cute.
Back to that word autumnal. We don't even have
Yeah.
summer yet. I'm back with this
I
autumnal.
know. We're
No, it feels autumnal right
It
now.
does. It feels winter right
Yeah.
now. Is what
right.
it feels.
It's Saturday, the day before Easter, and it is so windy and awful outside.
It's terrible.
It really is.
And I think it's supposed to be super cold tomorrow. So
Actually, for the next 2 weeks, I
Yeah.
heard it's not supposed to warm
No
up
Easter
at
egg
all.
hunt at our house.
No, right.
I think you're going to put your winter coat and galoshes over your beautiful Easter dress. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Oh well.
All right.
Okay.
So on to what are you knitting?
What am I knitting? Can I go first?
You
Yes.
can. You
All
can.
Well, 3 guesses.
Right.
I can't imagine what you're knitting, my dear.
Socks.
Yay, socks.
All right.
She is the sock
They are so
goddess.
cute.
Oh my God, do I love socks? Yeah, you know, when I hear somebody who says something like, socks aren't my thing, I'm like, really? Why?
They go so
Why?
fast. Not two at a
love
time,
these.
but
Anyway.
typically they go fast. They're so cute.
Maybe you
Yeah,
could-
yeah.
All right, so I'm such
They're
a
so
Yeah.
cute. They're like party
This
colors.
color is
Hold on.
so
I got
much
stuff in my
fun.
way.
This is
I don't know that you can-
socks from Knitted Wit Victory Fingering. It's 100% superwash merino, so it doesn't have any nylon in there.
They're kind of blown out.
So I think that isn't too bad right there.
Yeah.
So I think
So
what I'll
cute.
do is use this Knitted Wit Pixie Stick.
Oh, yeah,
what
that'd be
color
cute.
is this? Tanzanite is the name of the
Oh,
color.
well,
Yeah, that'll be
And I'll
cute.
do that, and I think it'll give it a little bit of hardiness around the toe and heel.
You're so good at putting those cute little
You know-
toes and heels in.
And I started another pair last night, and I realized that this morning. I'm like, I don't have any of those mini skeins for heels and toes and cuffs.
I almost
You better
feel like
go
we
get
should
some.
just buy minis, just to have.
Yeah,
right?
but because I had knitted them for such a long time, I
Yeah.
never even bothered. Plus, I always have so much yarn left over.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So-
But if it's self-striping yarn, you don't quite know what to do with it unless you do my
Ah.
clown socks. That's an
Well,
idea. You could always do that. Oh, I've also found myself thinking that I'm going to do the toes or the heels, the cuff, and then I'm like, I don't want to do the weaving in of the ends, and then it's like I'm just going to keep going.
What is it
because
about
what the
weaving
heck?
in
Yeah.
the ends that just
And it's
kills
not
us?
that hard.
It's
No.
not that hard.
And if you kind of zone out while you're watching TV, it's easy to do. But no, I've got knitting to do, so why would I want to weave anything in?
Well, and I keep
Just
telling
leave them
myself,
hanging.
Yeah.
I keep telling myself I'm going to do the toe up, and maybe I'll finish like the entire sock. I'll probably get thigh highs by the time. But I'm like, it is a way to use up,
Yeah.
for the leg.
Yep.
Because I don't like being cold, so
I
I don't
don't
care.
know.
I don't really care how long they are.
Yeah,
The
I'm surprised you
psychology
don't
of
have a parka
knitting.
on.
Pardon me?
The psychology of knitting. We
Yeah.
should do a study. Yeah.
Right.
All
Anyway.
right. All right.
The hey.
So I'll go next,
All
and
right.
I'm going to show this. I showed this on one of our previous podcasts, and I have a little
Oh, dilemma.
knitting information to share with you. So this darling pattern that I started, I don't know if you can see
Hold
that.
on. Let me get up
Yeah,
there.
you were going to town on this.
I was almost
Hold on, where are we?
finished with
Okay,
this.
this is the right side.
Okay. And it has this, again, the Nassau and this gold to go with it, which stripes. So this is my story about this project. And maybe
I
it's
love
a-
stories.
maybe it's
Is it a
happened to
fairy
you.
tale?
Once upon a time, Angie was knitting a beautiful thing, and it was almost finished. But she's a dingbat, and when she looked at the
You're not a dingbat.
when she looked at the instructions, she saw that it said if I can find it here. Needles, 4.5 millimeters, US 7. Well, I did not look at the pattern well enough. And so 4.5, I just saw 4.
Oh.
So
okay.
I was knitting this
my
entire
God.
thing. It was almost done, and I kept thinking, well, the person who I saw did this, theirs was much bigger. Why is this so small?
Oh, and really?
So
Oh.
I was almost finished. I was ready to start the second part of the lace, and I realized I was the wrong size needles. So read your patterns.
So disappointing.
Because the needle
isn't
size is 7.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that
Andy.
would just take the air out of the whole balloon.
It did.
there.
It was kind of disappointing.
Oh.
But so I've restarted it, and I had to put it in timeout for a little bit because I was so frustrated with myself.
Oh.
I was like, 4
awful.
and how did I just see 4 out of 4.5?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was in a
Well,
hurry.
I wonder
It is
if
a
you're
good
also
lesson.
getting anxious
I
and you're
was.
like, ooh.
Yeah.
And then it's like, ugh.
Yeah, but
The ooh turns to ugh.
yeah.
And I'm
That's a
serious,
hard-
I had
that's a
all the
hard
striping
lesson.
was done, and it was so pretty, but it was so small. And I'm thinking, I can't even wrap this around my neck.
Oh
What's
my
going
God.
on?
Seriously.
So I'm looking at the pattern. I couldn't figure it out. I'm looking, and then I go back and I look at the needle size, and I went,
oh, man.
it's like kind
Yeah.
of I Love Lucy moment.
So,
Yeah.
so sorry, Andy.
So I have
Oh.
restarted it. It's out of timeout, and I'll be working on it. But the lace part is time consuming, and I can't do it anywhere where I have to think. So
Well, don't bring it to
don't-
Wednesday
no,
night
don't bring it to
knitting.
Wednesday
Yeah.
night knitting. Once I get to the stripes, boom, boom, boom. But
Yeah.
anyway, so read your patterns, check your needles, and don't make an Angie. All right?
Oh, now we've got a new word.
Yes, an
Don't
Angie.
do an Angie.
It could
So
go.
sorry, Anne.
Yeah.
All right,
That's so
so
disappointing.
it was disappointing, but you know.
Oh well,
what
we
can I
move
say?
on, right?
Yeah, we move on.
Okay.
You know,
So-
it's about knitting and ripping. It's knit and purl, knitting and ripping.
There's just nothing gratifying about ripping. All right.
Although you do that a
Perfect.
lot, Joyce.
I do
And you're
it a
okay
lot.
with it. That's
Well,
the
here's
thing
the
that I
thing.
find
You put
amazing. Like, oh, I'm just,
all the time, the money,
yeah.
and if it bothers you, you won't wear it.
Right.
The first time
Well, but I
someone
keep-
points it out, they'll be like,
well, that's the thing. I think mostly would people point it out.
well, or it's, you made that, didn't you?
Ah!
It's not always compliment. It's not, no, it's always in the tone. You know, you grab him, you made
How
that?
about this?
But
Did you make that? Because then people
that's-
know you're a
but
knitter.
it's a different tone.
Yes.
Oh,
You made
that,
didn't
didn't
you?
you? It's
Not-
Granny Squares.
Okay, yeah.
Not good.
It's a autumnal Granny Squares. You made that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you've
Yeah.
had people do it to you before.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I've talked about it for years, but yeah, it's not always a good thing.
No.
People say, yeah, you made that, didn't you?
So
I like
ripping
it.
is not always a bad thing.
Okay.
All right.
I want to be as perfect as I can get it.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
What
Where
am
are
I
we going?
knitting?
No
What am I
bare feet.
knitting?
Oh, what are you knitting? Yes. what
I
are you
am knitting. Okay. A few podcasts ago, actually, this was probably last year sometime, I decided to do the moho sweater out of Zen. And then I
Shawl.
ripped it out.
Moho
Zen,
shawl.
the moho shawl.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That and I ripped it out and I thought, I'm not going to do it in that. And then I saw it really closely under the light and I'm like, why aren't I not doing it in that? So I restarted the moho in
pretty.
the Zen. I will. Can you reach it up there? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that looks cool.
I think it's called koi, right? I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
You
That's
know,
what
I
I
know if it's a
think, yeah.
one-of-a-kind color, but I did, in fact, lose the label. But pardon me.
There's your thong.
Pardon, pardon the shape. It does kind of look like a thong at the
So,
moment.
so here it is. If it looks like a pair of underwear, you're doing it correctly.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's what I'm knitting. And
Beautiful.
the pattern is by Christopher Salas. And I knit it once before, I think I mentioned for my son's girlfriend at the time. And I loved it so much, I want to make another one.
Yeah.
So
And it's
that's what I'm
beautiful.
knitting.
All right.
All right. So
Oh, sorry, dear.
we
No.
are going to move on to no bare feet. And as you know, I have bare feet. I really do have bare feet with gym shoes on today. So
It's cold out. Really, seriously, Angie. Come
my
on.
little van, my sunflower
Oh.
Vans, and no socks. So,
Okay.
all right, but I know
All
how much
right.
you love socks.
I love socks.
Go, chick.
All right, so these are the socks that I was working on last episode, and I have completed them.
They're so
cute.
And that was with the Lolo Did It yarn that was Save Fantasia. So
They're shorty.
Yeah.
a little short, but I did want to have some leftovers, and I did. And so I ended up
These are so
making
cute.
Look at
the
that
pattern
heel.
Vanilla is the New Black.
Look at
And
that
I have
heel.
not
heel.
really seen any podcaster show this, but look at this heel.
That is so
Yeah.
cool.
I think I want to make those.
You did a good
It is
job.
a very unusual, almost like
Oh,
a...
now I see the
don't
toe
know,
is
do you
different.
see that? Yeah, so I did the cuff and the toe to stretch things out. I what did I use here? Blowing Raspberries is the color by Stitch Together.
That's
That's
so
very
cute.
Yeah.
It's
But
very
you know, this
cute.
pattern, it's the heel. It's all
That's
about
the heel.
this
It's
heel.
darling.
Isn't that just
I
amazing?
really like
so cute.
And I always do
Was it
2 at a
difficult?
time, so... No, it wasn't. There's a chart,
Oh my gosh.
and
I
you get
do
the
love
hang of
that.
it, and then it goes.
That's
So,
so
yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I would do it again. Now, I guess maybe what I question is, would it be hardy enough to survive? I think so.
I think so.
Feel it. Because
don't
I
see-
thought the
don't see
point
why
of a
not.
heel was that it's got to be a little nubby, right? At
A
least
lot of
what
people,
I know.
a
I
lot of
don't
people
know.
wear their socks with clogs and slip-ons and
Well, I would
So they-
definitely wear a clog with this
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
you
you
want
wanna
it to
show it off.
show.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just awesome.
Show it off.
I've
Very
never
cute.
seen anything like it, and I remember wanting to try this. Oh, I was still new at knitting, and I couldn't do it. It was like, I don't know, what am I, how am I, blah, 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 blah. And now I'm ready because I've made about 100 pairs of socks. So there you go.
at least
Yeah,
over
Yeah,
here.
so
So.
nice. Oh, I also have more.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Yes.
One shot.
I have one son-in-law that just loves my socks.
Oh.
So this was with Patton's Croy socks. What is this color? Blue, brown, marl.
Oh my gosh, those are so cute. Actually,
And
I
that was
think-
easy to...
This
Did
is
you
kind
put
of
those on Instagram this morning?
No.
There's a pair on Instagram this morning.
What?
seriously.
Yeah, they were for someone's crazy sock lady. I think they were for her
Oh,
dad. They were for her.
Oh,
Oh
how
my
funny.
gosh.
I'm like,
Well, Kay, I didn't copy you, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
Kay, you
It is
did.
She
but I guess I did. Yeah, all right.
those are cute.
Very
Okay,
cute.
so-
They're Joyce colors, that's why.
Adam is going to get those. And then another pair. This will be for his wife, who is my daughter, Michelle. And
She's got teeny
these
tiny feet?
are, yeah, she's got Angie feet.
Angie feet.
Teeny weeny feet. Anyway,
And you wonder why I don't knit
this
socks, 'cause
is
they're
with
yeah, be cute.
Cascade Yarns Heritage Prints, and the color is 21. This green and a little bit of blue in there. And what I wanted to mention was Michelle has always, from day one, been very itchy about everything. I had to like cover labels up in her clothes when she was little. So she really didn't want any socks that I knit, but this yarn, feel it.
Oh, wow.
It's soft. And
Oh,
I did
yeah,
give her a
yes,
pair
baby.
that I did before, and she was like, oh, it's fine.
Oh,
I,
good.
you know, wasn't bothering her. She liked it. So that's
Good
why I wanted
darling.
to make
Very
another
cute.
pair. And yeah, so if you have any itchy person at home,
Use the Heritage print.
use
Any
this,
itchy
yeah,
person?
it works. So there you go.
I
And
don't
that's
know.
all I got to say about that.
My grandson still won't wear his slippers that I made him because they itch.
Oh dear.
Well, I
Well,
think it's in their
He's
head,
4,
right?
He's 4. They itch? Really?
Wouldn't
Okay.
the itch go away after a certain point?
I
You know,
think
like, just
maybe
don't
after
think
you
about
wash
it,
them.
right? Oh, after you wash
And I have a
them.
surprise, folks.
Wow.
I also finished a pair of socks.
Look at those.
Aren't they cute?
Boy, look at how
I love
long
the color.
this is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Nice.
I always have so much yarn left over. Aren't they cute?
That's gorgeous.
And this is a regular yarn, and it's the Perfect. So I
A
did
Regia?
did bring the label. Not that you could see
Now,
it.
did you add these stripes in there?
I'll show you in just a second. No,
No, it goes with the, it's self-striping, right?
it's self-striping.
Isn't
And
that
so
darling?
here's the skein. Of course, it was much bigger. And there's yellow thread at the end, in the middle, and at the beginning, so that you can split the skein and start them in the same place to make a
Look at
perfect
that.
matched pair of socks. And that's what I did. And this
hence
is what the skein
word
looks like, and that's how
perfect.
bright that yellow is, so you can't even miss it.
No.
Yeah.
But it was
Very
such
nice.
it's such a clever idea.
It's
and
genius, it
I
really is.
really like it when my socks match.
And
so
these are for
cool.
you, Joyce?
These are for me, although.
Oh, you could wear them with that sweater. There's a little.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there
I
you
have
go.
my ensemble.
Ensemble.
Ryan back
I
here
like
she
that.
comes. Okay.
One of you will have to knit me socks since I know socks.
You could do socks. Actually, Carson said this. She was disappointed this morning because they weren't coming to her.
Oh.
She's like, "That's enough
You're
socks
always-
for you."
yeah.
And I'm like, "Carson, the last few socks I've knit
You've
have
been
been
very
for you."
giving. You've been very giving
No,
about
I would have to
that.
knit on
So-
like quadruple zeros to get because I'm such a loose knitter. I just can't do the
Oh,
whole
yeah,
sock
see,
thing.
And that's the whole thing. And I wanted to check yours because you knit on size 1s.
Mhm.
And mine are on size 2. But to me, they look very, very
They do look very
similar.
stitched.
Don't they?
Yeah, very similar.
How is that possible?
I know.
And you know,
I am a tight knitter.
and everybody knits differently.
Wow.
So I mean,
Yeah, that's
when you
interesting.
knit socks,
And that's when I first did that purple pair for Carson last year. I started on the size 1s and I had to rip it out because I couldn't even
Oh,
get
they
it on
became
my
really
legs. Remember, they
tiny.
were really
Yeah.
snug. So I think
Go figure.
either I go for a bigger size sock.
And what did you cast on?
These are 56 stitches.
Because that's what I originally was doing, and I thought maybe that was too tight. So now I've started doing 64 as a cast on.
Yes, well, I think if I get the same results on a size 2, I'm going to stick
Yeah.
with a size 2.
yeah,
Yeah, you're
you know what?
lucky.
You have to
Yeah.
use what works for
Yeah,
you.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So and like we all knit in different gauges. So,
Yeah.
but seriously, that's why one of the reasons I don't knit socks is because I'm a loose knitter and I have to knit on such tiny needles to get pretty socks that it's just not worth the stress. So.
Well, and you know, for me, I think those are the wool socks is what I particularly like to wear in my boots. I can't really get them in a shoe
Right.
comfortably,
Oh,
but a
yeah.
clog, yes, a boot, yes, but not in a regular everyday shoe.
Yeah, right. I agree.
They'd probably be good
Yeah.
in my cowboy boots. Too.
That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
For you, they'd probably be good for that.
Perfect. All right.
Okay.
So you did your socks. You did your socks. I have no socks. So we're going to move on to Don't Tell My Husband.
Joyce, we all on board?
She's picking on me.
No. All right.
Ready?
Don't tell my husband.
Shh.
Yay!
All right. We
All
still
right.
got it.
Okay.
With a
so-
reminder.
You know what we wanted to mention? Joyce and I were able to escape the Chicago winter, and we ended up going to Southern California. That was what, in February?
It was a bonus.
Yes, it was a
Irene
bonus,
was there
yeah.
a week ahead
Yeah.
of me, and I remember telling my husband, it's like, you know, Irene's going to be in California. I'd really like to go. He's like, well, you could see your son. I'm like, done. So on the plane
That
I
was such a
went.
good
It
excuse.
was. So thankfully, he lives in California.
That worked out well.
I did not get to go because
Aw.
I work in a high school, and you know we have to go all the time. So
Maybe next time we can
yeah.
sneak you away.
Sneak me in.
Yeah.
I'll go in the
Yeah.
suitcase.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't miss me at the high school.
Oh, they'll miss you. People miss you, Angie. Yeah, how can you miss? Yeah, you're missed.
Yeah.
You're too
Maybe if I was a little more
too
black
much
and
of a-
white.
Yes, you don't blend into the not
Yeah,
a wallflower for sure.
No.
Oh, darn it.
All right.
Anyway, what
we did FaceTime
yeah.
Angie while we were there.
They did.
Quite a
And
few
that was
times.
fun.
Yeah, but they were drinking
You were-
wine, and I.
Hi. Hi, everybody. It's Irene,
And Joyce.
and we're the pretend housewives of Orange County.
We escaped the Chicagoland snow, and we're now here in Southern California for a few days.
Yeah. What are we doing?
We are knitting and having some wine.
Cheers.
California wine.
Shh.
Don't
Don't tell our husband. Bye.
Bye. And eating Dove chocolate.
Oh, did we eat the chocolate? Okay.
Two packages.
It was
Two
fun.
packages.
But
Not in
what
one
we also
sitting.
did.
No, not. Well, it kind of lasted a couple of times, but it didn't take us long. Once we got started.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah.
One of the things that we did do was go visit various yarn shops that were in the area. The first stop was Pearl Soho. It was
Yeah.
a warehouse,
Yeah.
not an outlet, I should tell you.
No sign.
Yeah.
No sign. We
Right,
had
it
to
was
really
very
look
hard
for
to
it.
find, but we did. I mean, we kind of rolled down the window and could smell the yarn. Yeah. Where's it at? We found it, and that was fun. It was,
That was fun.
large, kind of, it does look like
It
a
was
warehouse,
warehouse.
but lots of aisles with yarn and gadgetry. I
Right.
enjoyed it. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Accoutrements.
Yes,
there
we
you
do
go.
love
Nice word.
accoutrements.
And
Then we were off to where? Shared Sheep in
Shared Sheep.
Newport Beach. And we learned that another yarn shop in Mission Viejo had Martha Lyons as an instructor. So she works at Shared Sheep as well as Yarn del Sol in Mission Viejo. And so the one night, it was a Thursday night, she was teaching, and Joyce and I drove over there and got to meet her and bought a few things from the shop there as well. And we did buy things at Shared Sheep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do etiquette here. And I guess
Right.
part of etiquette or knitting etiquette is when you do visit a yarn shop, you should buy something at
Something.
least. Yeah, something.
Anything.
Yes. So we were good knitting citizens, and we did that.
Mm-hmm.
And
And I forgot that at home for
You did?
for the first shop. That's
Oh, okay,
Pearl Soho,
okay.
the one afterwards.
that's
I
all
did
right.
forget
That's
it.
all right. And we'll insert some pictures of the people
That's
that
what
we
I
got
did.
to meet and stuff. And then the last place we went to in San Clemente was Strand's Knitting Studio. Christine Chesley is the owner, and a couple of her customers were there, Katie and Marianne, so we took a picture with them.
Hi,
and,
girls.
that
Sorry I didn't get to meet you.
Oh, that shop was fun. We spent a lot of
Oh
time
my gosh,
there.
Christine was so cute and so friendly, and she was just
She was
chatting it up
fun.
with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So
Cool.
It was a
Yeah.
very lovely shop, small. but
we
she
acted
had a lot
up.
of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So I would definitely go back there if you live in the area or can get there easily. Go visit. You'll be impressed.
Right.
There you go.
You'll love Christine.
Yes,
she's very
very,
lovely.
very nice.
So show us some of the things you got.
Well, at Christine's shop, I bought this Infinity Shawl by Katja. And it's,
Oh, yeah.
look at, I do like
I love
this.
the
yeah,
Oh, I love that
the
together.
turquoise and the brown.
yeah, that's
That's
a
gonna
really
be
nice
lovely.
cocoa brown and, yeah, kind of your color
Yeah,
too.
kind of my
Yeah,
color.
so there's also a pattern that goes with this, and that was free.
Look at that.
Yeah, take a gander.
Oh yeah,
Super
that's-
cute.
Yeah.
So that's what you can make with this.
One
Ball
skein,
yarn,
one
yeah.
ball, huh?
And,
How many yards are on that sucker?
Let's see, what does it say? 150 grams, 656 yards. So
Wow.
that'll keep me busy for a
Yeah.
while. So,
That's lovely.
Yeah.
I'm a little
Go.
jealous I didn't get that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
am I.
and let's see, what else did we get? I mean, we were all over the place. So
I
I don't even know
got,
from what shop we got stuff
At
from.
Christine's shop, I got this Cascade Yarns Venetia worsted.
Ooh.
And
Yeah, let me
actually,
touch
I
that.
thought
Oh,
I
it's
brought,
nice.
the pattern around. I think, what is it, Stone Point?
Oh
It's a
yes,
stone point
Yeah.
I'm gonna make with this lovely color.
that's gonna look really nice on you.
Yeah, that's very pretty.
Oh, this is yummy, yummy.
So
All
that
right,
was from
and then,
there. And then,
From Mission Viejo, you got that.
from Yarn del Sol.
Yarn del Sol.
Yarn del Sol, I got, this is so cute. And I don't know what
That
I'm
is
making with this
really
either.
cute.
Actually, I was gonna make the moho shawl with it, but I decided not to. And this is primrose
Oh, I love
yarn.
that.
I've got to tell you something. You left, Joyce, and I thought, I'll go back there and look at this.
And this is called Dream House. Isn't it
So
cute? It's got
I
that little
called
bit of
up
orange.
Joyce
in
and
it.
I said, yeah, I went back to Yarn del Sol and I had to get this pink yarn that they have. And I said, yeah, it's called Dream House. And she says, wait a minute, I got that too. Oh, I have no idea what I'm going to make with
No,
it, but it
me
was
neither.
just so pretty.
So
It's got
cute.
like coral in there.
Yeah.
It really
Very,
is
very
a
cute.
very nice color.
There's
And
like a little princess on here.
oh, yeah, you're right.
Primrose Yarn Company.
I had never heard of it before, and now, just coincidentally, I hear about it all the
I
time.
know.
Different
Isn't that funny?
You've noticed that too?
I did too.
Well, there you go.
Actually,
What else did I get?
I think one of the podcasts I was watching mentioned it. I know I couldn't tell you who it was.
Yarn Rehab,
Oh, cool.
Oh, that one's pretty too.
Meadowcraft
That
Croft
looks like
Dye
a
Works.
Caribbean sea.
Yes,
Isn't
it
this
does.
pretty? I might make a
Caribbean, I guess
moho
you'd
with
say.
this. Not sure yet, but I do
Yeah,
like
that's pretty too.
Really pretty.
the various colors in there. Yeah, so that was that.
Very pretty.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool, cool.
I think that's all I got. I did not go. Oh, well, no, I did buy yarn at Sheared Sheep, but I left that at home and I couldn't have showed that
Yeah,
anyway.
what did
'cause
I
think
bought
it's a
some
gift for
cotton
Betsy.
there that I've already knit out.
Which now she's gonna see because you're talking about it.
Oh, she can see that I got something for her, but she doesn't know what it looks
Yes,
like.
you can see.
Oh, and we'll insert we did take pictures of our hall. I guess they call
Oh,
it a
that's
hall.
right.
when
We
you-
did do
yeah.
that.
So
That's
we'll
right.
insert
I
that.
think that's on your phone. I don't have that one.
I've got that.
Okay.
All right, we're good.
All
We're
right,
covered.
so I'm going to talk about this book that I have here. I went to the, I don't usually buy books because everything's so available on Ravelry.
Yeah, and it's electronic now.
And it's
I
just
get it.
easier, and why buy a book, right? So I had gone to the library, and they have a little new book section where all the books are new, and I always check out the knitting craft books.
Of course.
And so they had this book. So cute. So it is called Field Guide to Knitted Birds by Arnie and Carlos.
That is
now,
cute.
I've always loved the Arnie and Carlos patterns, but this particular book, the minute I looked at it, I went out and bought it because I loved it so much. It has these darling birds in it.
Oh, look at that.
That really is darling.
And there are tons and tons of them in here. And they have some that they've done double knitting on, like this one. And some that they've done,
I like the ones with the sequins.
ferrite. Oh yeah, they've got sequins. They've put
Oh,
real.
yeah, look at that.
Here's one with
I know,
Oh, is
sequins.
right?
that cool?
They've put real feathers
Boy,
on
these
them.
guys can knit.
They are so cute. I just am in love with this book. So I did make a bird, but I left him at home.
Oh.
So
We'll put a picture
We'll
in
put
there,
a
yeah.
picture. Wait.
I
I know.
Look at
They're
that.
so like there's fair isle birds in here. Okay.
Oh, is that darling?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So what I love too is the glasses.
I need the glasses. I'm gonna buy that book.
And it
You
tells
can-
you how to do this?
Yeah.
Is it
that's-
crocheted or knitted?
No, they're wire. I think they're
Oh,
wire.
there you go.
I think they're
That
wire.
is hysterical.
Yeah.
But
Very cleverly done.
if you've ever seen Arnie and Carlos, they
They look like
They
that.
look like they're
they-
birds.
They always put their, kind of look in that. But anyway, here they put
Oh my gosh,
feathers,
look how
some with
sweet that
real
is.
feathers. So I've been obsessed with these birds. So go to your library, check it out, go buy it. You'll want it as soon as you look at it. It's
So
just got
cute.
the neatest birds in it. And then they took kind of
Look at that.
yarn
yarn
balls
nest.
and they
Oh, gosh, is
they
that
poked them
clever?
down and then they set it in
So-
like a
so
So
yarn
it's a
nest.
Little
nest.
yarn nest.
Oh my gosh. Now what are you going to do with all of your birds?
Well, at where I work, I have a little fake tree, one of those ugly fake trees that sits behind my desk. And it's just hideous. So I dust it.
So you're going to put...
I'm going to make all these little birds and hang them in the tree.
Oh, that's
so-
a cute idea.
Because everybody always
And then they
expects
can
me
call
to...
her the bird lady.
The bird,
Yeah.
oh, great, yeah.
So
So
make some leaves to go on it, or is there leaves on it?
there's leaves on it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like one of those fake ficus
Oh,
bushes
oh,
or
okay,
something, It's
okay.
like, but it's hideous.
It would
and-
enhance it. I
It
think
would
that
make
would
it
be a
look
good
cute,
idea.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And like when I was knitting those gnomes, I put them up there, and when I would knit little stuff, so I always hang stuff in it, and people always go, "What do you got there today?" So,
Very creative.
so I thought I'd make some of these cool birds and hang them in the tree.
I'm gonna get that. My mother loves birds, and I think that would be a
Oh,
cool
I
for her
think
to put
that's
on her
nice,
tree.
yeah.
Moms do that.
It's
Even if they're horrible.
Oh, you could hang them on a lampshade. Oh my gosh, this
They-
book is great.
they're
so
They've
cute.
stuck them on little sticks and then put them in plants, and they do
You
have
could have a puppet show.
they do
Grandchildren would love
yes
that
they
show.
would. They do show how to make these feet,
They're so cute.
and they're wire, and then you can stand them up, which is also
Well, if I
dirty.
ever get
Oh,
sick
yeah.
of knitting socks, I'll just transition to the birds.
they're super easy too. So, yeah, really darling little birds. So I highly recommend this book. Thank
Thanks,
you,
Angie. That's
Thank you,
cute.
Ani and
That's
Carlos,
very cute.
It's
for
very different. I
making
like
this. They also have
Very cute.
they have some other books. 55 Christmas
Oh,
balls to
the
knit.
Christmas
I have the
balls.
Christmas one.
Yes,
I have
yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
Norwegian knits with a twist,
I don't think I have that
and
one.
they have a couple books, but this is by far my absolute favorite.
Yeah, so cute.
So,
Very
Very
cute.
nice.
All right,
Trivia?
okay.
Trivia? You got
some
trivia?
trivia?
I got
Let's
some
go.
trivia,
Let's go.
believe it or not. And let me read this, and I'm going to insert some pictures because this is just a fantastic exhibit. Knitting the Commons is a temporary art project that aims to knit together over 80 trees throughout the Civic Center Commons. It's called the Commons now in San Francisco, California. The Commons is a new name for the 3 blocks between San Francisco City Hall and Market Street, including Civic Center Plaza and the United Nations Plaza. Working closely with Civic Center stakeholders, the Trust for Public Land and Knits for Life developed the large yarn bomb art installation to accomplish the goal of visually uniting the Commons with playful elements. Knits for Life, an artist-sister duo, is leading the design and installation with input from the community. The installation stands to remain for up to 2 years, so visit San Francisco between now and the end of 2019 to see these knitted creatures, and there are a lot of octopus or octopi,
Oh, cool.
and they are definitely knit up, and it's awesome. So these pictures will show you what they look like. And I want to thank my high school chum, Annette, for letting me know about this so that I could share it with our viewers.
Cool.
That's
Thanks,
Can't
Annette.
wait. Thanks, Annette.
Thanks, Annette. And I wonder, who is it? Is it Opera Joe down there?
Yes,
In San
yes,
Francisco?
but she's not mentioned it. I watch her podcast.
I wonder if she will though. You know,
She might now.
Well, she should watch us.
I
and
wonder-
be done with it.
I wonder if she will. Well, we'll
All
see.
right, well, I ask her to watch
Got till
our
2019.
podcast, yeah.
Cute.
Or we should go out there. Oh, the many places we have to visit.
Oh, the places
yes.
you will go.
Yes.
Oh, and speaking of places to go, YarnCon is here in Chicagoland
Yep.
next weekend.
Absolutely.
So
We're gonna go.
We're gonna go to that. That should be fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Next Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
Okay. Yay, that'll be
All
fun.
right.
Miscellaneous. What do we got, Joyce?
Oh, actually, I'm participating in, and I think Irene is going
I
to
would like to,
participate
yes,
in.
very
We don't know
much.
if Angie's going to, but Melissa used to be
Spicy homemaker.
Spicy Homemaker is now Hands That Make, right?
Yeah.
And she is doing a cardigan, Mr. Rogers knit along. So
I love Mr.
I know he's so cute, and they just had the
Yeah.
some specials on him the last couple weeks. But anyway, so I am participating in that, and the sweater that I am knitting is called
Oh, I love
Crisscross. And actually, all of my pattern pages are really, really dark. So I'll just show you what it looks like thus far. But it's a
Oh
cardigan.
my gosh.
Can
This
you hold-
is
can you hold that up?
gorgeous.
And let me see if I can find. I think it's Isabel Kramer.
Oh, wow.
Yep, Isabel Kramer is the
Oh,
designer.
boy.
Oh, sorry. That is so beautiful.
I'm
Joyce.
not sure I could follow.
No, this one's actually,
The-
she's got
is it a
this
chart?
One, this is charted and it's written out.
Wow.
So
Isn't that cute? And this is the one I actually have
Oh, are you a good knitter?
ripped out a few times and
Oh,
re-knit.
well, we didn't need to know that, did we?
Well, you know, it happens. It's, sometimes
This is
you
beautiful.
mess up
What
with
yarn
the
are you
chart.
using?
This is the Lana Doro
I love that yarn.
by Cascade, and I do love this one.
And the colors.
And I had
Fantastic.
plenty left over, so now I'll have 2 blue sweaters.
And I think you told me that the cal ends the end of
May 31st.
Okay, so I
May
think I
31st.
can get a sweater.
So if you
done.
want to join in, Angie,
I
got plenty
kind
of
of
time.
want to do the trip.
I'm gonna do this trip.
Yeah.
I think I really like that.
Yeah, and then we'll
All right, we're gonna work on that.
Sometimes
so we can
knit-alongs
be
are too much
part of the
pressure for
gang.
me.
Well, this one, size 9 needle and bulky.
Yeah.
Fast.
Right up my alley.
Yeah,
Right, exactly. And this
I
one's
think we can
worsted
do it.
pretty quickly.
Instant gratification.
Right,
That's my kind of knitting.
What did I say? I started on a Thursday and I finished the knitting on a Sunday.
Wow.
That's how
Oh,
fast
that's
it went.
fast.
That's,
And that's with working.
Okay,
I
you
can
can
do
do
it,
it,
you can do
Angie.
yeah.
Okay.
All
so,
right.
Join Melissa's Cal with us. It's, again, Hands That Make. And you can find the group on Ravelry. And you have until May 31st to finish.
Let's do
And
it.
she'll have lovely prizes
Yeah.
because she always does.
Oh yeah. And then you had one more thing you want to talk about?
Oh, one more thing is, do you remember a couple podcasts ago when I made that needle shawl for my friend Robin in New York? And one of the episodes we actually gave her grief for not sending the pictures. So here's Robin in Punta Cana. She went on a vacation with her husband. And this first picture is her shawl is on the beach. And then her shawl is on the poolside over a chair. It's draped over the balcony. And the last picture here is a lovely picture of Robin wearing it before her anniversary dinner with her husband. So thank you very much, Robin.
Thank you,
That's
Love your
sweet.
shawl.
Aw.
And yeah, I'm really jealous of where your shawl has been, and I'm not.
Me too.
So thank you, Robin.
Thanks,
That's
Robin.
sweet.
Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching episode 19. We're so glad that you did. Have a great day and keep on knitting.
It's good for your health.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody. Happy Easter.
What do you think?
All right, bitches, let's do this.
Stop swearing.
Oh, you know you like it. You know you want
I wanna keep
it.
moving.
Let's do it.
Hold on.
All right.
Anytime I see something with a swear in it, I think of Irene.
Okay.
Was it apple juice on the Ravelry thread, Michelle?
Oh, what did she say?
She said something about the bobble thing. She's like, I don't think I'll ever look at this.
She's
Thinking
funny.
something X-rated. I'm like, I know.
No problems. No problems.
Oh, where's our thingy-majiggy? Where's the thingy-majiggy?
Thingy-majiggy.
Oh, yes.
All right. Are you in enough?
I don't know. I'm always worried about that because I think Joyce is right. I wonder. I wonder.
It's because we make you get up and adjust stuff. Your chair just scooches as you sit.
Oh,
I don't know.
wait a minute. Wait.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. 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 1, 2, 3.